Hey, good morning, my wonderful and beautiful YouTube fam. How are y'all doing? How are y'all doing? Listen, I pray that each of you are having a blessed and safe day. All is well with you. Everything is going great. And even if it's not, you're on the side of my voice. Guess what? You have made it to a brand new day, evening, night, wherever you are in the world, you have made it. And that right there is a blessing and miracle within itself. My name is Coach Candace B. I'm a certified life coach. I'm a motivational speaker. I'm also an author, podcaster, as well as a business owner. Okay. I do mindset coaching for women. I help them take their mindsets from rags to riches. I also help women with self-love and self-confidence. Okay. For those of you that have been rocking with me for a while, thank y'all so much. Thank you for the likes, the comments, the shares. I really appreciate all the support. I love you guys so much. Okay. So y'all know what I'm about to say. And if you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, okay? Click that notification bell so every time that I upload a video, you will be notified, okay? And share the videos with somebody today, okay? Share the videos. I hope this video is going to help somebody today, okay? But before I get in the video, y'all know what my motto is. Fix your crowns, okay? Every queen, you have the power to fix your crown. I don't care if they falling out to the side. I don't care if they crack the pieces. It don't matter if they shattered everywhere. Your whole crown is shattered. You have the power to fix your crown, okay? And there are some of you, and I don't know what y'all waiting on, sis, but there are some of you, you haven't even picked up your crown. Sis, what you waiting on? I need for you to bend down, pick up that crown, and walk like the beautiful, bold, wonderful queen that you are. All right. So today, I'm just going to talk a little bit about grief. If you are able to join us for our grief conference, Women of Resilience, it's going to be October the 23rd. It's going to be in Colquitt, Georgia, at the LAPD Event Center. Okay, you can go to my website www.mindsetchange21.com to purchase your seat, to secure your seat. Okay, tickets are now $35. Okay. And if you're able to come, it is an in-person. Of course, we will be doing the social distancing, the sanitizing, and all that good stuff. If you're able to join us, please join us, okay? I also believe it will. I know I've had a couple of people ask me, they can't make it to Georgia, but it will be available for purchase so you can watch it. It will be recorded. So that's fine as well, but that will be later on. But if you can, and please and will join us on October the 23rd. But I want to talk to you a little bit about grief. I know I did a grief video here not too long ago. And I know I also talked about the story of Lazarus. Now, my cousin, shout out to you, cuz Darren, I love you so much. Me and him get to talking, and iron always sharpen iron. We get to talking about God and everything like that, and it's just awesome. We on the phone 2 and 3 hours, but it's all for the kingdom of the Lord. And me and him were talking about my video I had did about come out of your Lazarus. And we were talking, and it's something else pointed out. He pointed something else out to me, and I said, oh, that's good right there. And more, when I went back and read this story again, I got a different revelation out of it. How many of y'all know God could give, you could get one scripture and you could get so many revelations out of it, okay? You can get so much out of it because you're elevated in the Lord, okay? But what I got out of this story now was, if you want to read the story, I'm coming from John chapter 11, and I'm going to go down here where Martha heard that Jesus had came, and she ran out there to meet him. And I'm going to read verse 21, and it says, then said Martha unto Jesus, Lord, if thou hadst been here, my brother had not died. Meaning, if you had been here, he wouldn't have died. Okay? Let me tell you something. I have been like Martha. I can relate to Martha because I had been like Martha when my mother died. Okay? Yeah, I prayed, I cried, I prayed, I cried, I prayed, I cried. But guess what? She still left here. So when she left here, I had me a Martha moment where I blame God. God, if you were healed and you do this and you do that, why my mama didn't live? And if you had did this, she would have lived. Let me tell y'all something. And this is not to diss nobody. This is not to discourage nobody. This is not to say that you wrong for how you feel. Let me tell you something. And see, that's the problem. We don't want to tell the truth. We want to paint up stuff like it's a pretty white lie. No, 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 no. One thing I know about the truth, it's going to set you free. So be honest with yourself and be truthful with yourself. You hurting, you are angry with God. Don't let nobody sit there and tell you that you can't be angry with God. Okay? Because the Bible speaks about anger, but only for a moment. Don't sit there in anger. Don't sip in anger. Okay? It's okay, because I was angry with God. I'm not perfect. Nobody is perfect. We are all human. We make mistakes, because when you don't know, you don't know. When you don't have a relationship with God, you don't know nothing. Okay? When you don't have a relationship with God, you are basically in the dark, and these are your eyes. Your eyes are covered up when you don't have a relationship with God. When you don't have a relationship with God, guess what? You are basically spiritual dead. Okay? So anyway, I didn't know this. I was angry with God. And there are some of you right now that you are angry with God because that person left your life through death. And you're blaming God. That's what I did. I blamed God. Okay, I'm like, Lord, how in the world could you let my mom leave here? Let me tell you something. Let me help somebody today. We don't know the prayer that other person has prayed. We don't know their thoughts. Okay? We don't know we really don't understand the magnitude of their sickness. We don't understand, because see, I'm gonna tell you what, my mom, it was HIV. Okay? I knew of HIV. I knew you took medications. I knew this and that, but I didn't understand the magnitude of it. Okay? Having to take medications every day. Okay? Even though she smiled and she laughed and she did this and that, behind closed doors, she may have had a moment, y'all. Well, Lord, I got to take all this medication. Lord, I got to deal with this for the rest of my life. Lord, I'm trying. I'm doing the best that I know how with my babies. I want to be here for my babies, but God, I get tired sometimes. Yeah. You know, Lord, I love my kids, but God, mama get tired sometimes. Lord, I'm doing all I know to do, but I get tired sometimes. Lord, I smile through hurt, pain, but God, I get tired sometimes. See, we don't know those conversations, and I don't know the conversation that she had. But God had to sit me down and show me some stuff. Just like right here. Lazarus was dealing with a sickness. He was sick. And all Martha wanted was her brother to live. But see, Lazarus was dealing with a sickness. They knew he was sick, but did they really know how sick he was? See, sometimes our bodies, they hurt in pain and agony. And yeah, we fight through it because we see our children, we see our loved ones, we see our friends, we see family and stuff like that. And we trying to be here for them. But they don't understand the real hurt and pain on the inside of us. See, even people that lose loved ones, sometimes they don't heal. And that's why sometimes a lot of them leave here a year later or a few months later, because they didn't heal properly. And then they're like, Lord, I cannot deal with this. I can't deal with this kind of hurt and pain. So Lazarus was like, I'm sick, but I'm kind of tired here. I want to be at rest. I want to be at peace. This is how I feel that my mother felt, and many of your loved ones feel. I'm fighting through, Lord, and I love them, and I know they love me, but God, I'm tired. And I'm about ready to take my rest. And see, we not understanding that. We just want them here because we love them so much. We want them right here with us. But let me tell you something. We ain't going to be here always. Rest assured, we came here from dust. We going to leave here. Back to the dust we shall return. See, we all got to leave here one day. And we all got to leave here through different circumstances and situations. Okay? We don't know how we going to leave here. But we know we going to leave here. Okay? Everybody going to have a different way they going to leave here. But what you cannot do, what I have learned is grief can do one or two things. It can either make you or it can break you. The choice is yours. It's all up to you. I'm just trying to talk to you today and be real and honest with you. You could let grief take you out of here, or you could take grief and you can let it light the fuel in you and let it light the fire in you and get it to your purpose. Because that's what I did. Because had I not got a relationship with God, had I not turned from my wicked ways, had I not confessed my sins and been honest with myself, had I not just turned my life around, I would be dead too. I ain't gonna sit here and wonder where I been. I know I'd have been in the grave next to my mama. I would have been dead too. And then look, I got two babies. Now they mama gone. Come on, somebody. They mama gone now at a young age. And see, I would have let the cycle kept going. Oh, God, help me in here today. I ain't mean to get on here and preach, but I got to get this out. See, let me tell you something. The enemy try to be clever. He try to be smart, but see, you got to outwit the devil, baby. And see how I had to outwit him was because he came and told me, oh, you gonna die at a young age. You ain't gonna live. You gonna do this. You gonna do that. I said, devil, you a lie. I'm gonna live and declare the works of the Lord. I'm gonna live and do the will of my Father. Whenever God ready for me to come home, that's when I'm gonna come home. But I done told God I ain't leaving here with my work undone. And that's how you gotta do. Okay? You got to work through them thorns. You got to work through it all. Even in that grief, you going to have to work, baby. Because had I gave up, had I still been out there in the world, I would have been dead. Now that's another generational curse, and the curse is still going. When are you going to stop? When you going to stand flat-footed and stare the devil in his eyes and tell him no more? No more. Okay, you ain't finna keep running rapid in my family. You ain't finna keep reaping habit over here. You ain't finna keep killing us off. We young. We ain't living but 40 and 50 years old. You ain't finna keep running rapid in my family. We gonna live and declare the works of the Lord. We gonna live in purpose. We gonna take this right here, this grief right here that we dealing with. We gonna take it and we gonna use it, and He's gonna light a fire on us like never before. And we gonna go and we gonna help people. We gonna see the promised land. Okay, we gonna go get our sisters and brothers. We gonna pull them out of the trenches, and we gonna go into the promised land. Let me tell you something. You gotta have that spirit of Caleb. Let us go and possess the land, for we are well able. Baby, you well able to overcome this grief. God already done took care of it. Jesus took care of grief on the cross. But what you gonna do? God is asking you today, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna sit over here and be like Martha? Had you been here, Lord, they wouldn't have left. Are you gonna take it? And what did Jesus say? He said, I am the resurrection. See, Jesus cried because they forgot who he was. You don't forgot who God is. He's the resurrection. He is the life. Let me tell you something. What did he say? And this what got me. He said, this sickness, in verse 4, this sickness is not unto death, but for the glory of God, that the Son of God might be glorified. Let me tell you something. What that told me right now, that means it's for the glory of God. My mama death is for the glory of God. You know why? Because look at me today. God told me something when I did that conference back in Atlanta. I said, Lord, I wish my mama had been here. But God said to me, he said, that's nice. He said, but let me ask you a question. Had she been here, would you become the woman that you are today? I'm going to ask y'all the same question. What you going to do? Are you going to sit here and let grief take you out? Or you going to take grief, stand, and you going to say, oh, grief, now that I got you, I'm finna use you. And it's finna light a fire in my body. And I'm finna go out here. I got the spirit of Caleb. And I'm finna go possess the land. I'm finna go help somebody. I'm finna go get myself together so I can go and do what God done called me to do. Let me tell you something. When you done dealt with grief and you done overcame it, baby, you are powerful. You are powerful. Use your power. Use your dominion, your authority. Use it. God done dapped you up. Use it. God done gave you everything that you're going to ever need on this side. So use it. What you waiting on? Let me tell you something. Ain't nothing wrong with crying, but get up, baby. Get up. You got to get up, sis. You got to get up, brother. You got to get up. You cannot stay there but for a moment, but you got to get up. You cannot let grief overtake you, because if you let grief overtake you, it's going to take you out of here. You're going to be so hurt, so broken, in so much pain. You're going to cause a sickness in your body. You're going to let an unknown element, come on somebody, you're going to let an unknown element come in your body and just take over. You're going to invite cancer in. Oh, God, I thank you. You're going to invite congestion heart failure in. Hey, listen. This ain't what somebody told me. This is what I know for myself. Because God gave me the matters of the heart. This is what happens when you sat there in grief for a long time. Guess what happened? An unknown element comes in here. Let me tell you something. Cancer ain't got no business in your body. Congestion heart failure, that don't go together with your body. No. Diabetes, that don't go together with your body. But because you done sat over there in grief and you done let it manifest itself. Oh, God, I thank you. You done let grief manifest itself. Now it became a big problem. Something this big became this big. And people sit there, well, you see there, I lost my mama. That is a big problem. But baby, let me tell you something. Either you can let it take you out of here, or you can let it light the fuel in you and become the man or woman that God done called you to be. Because if you done lost a parent, if you done lost a child, if you done lost a loved one, a auntie, a grandma, a sister, whatever you done lost, whoever you done lost, let me tell you something. You got a story to tell. You got a fight in you. You a warrior. You a strong warrior for the Lord. Let me tell you something. You battlefield ready and you don't even know it. But you got to sharpen your skill. You got to get right here in this here word. You got to eat it daily. You got to let it make you. You got to let it shape you. You got to get a boldness in you for the Lord. Come on, somebody. You cannot sit there in grief. You can't have you can have a Martha moment for just a moment. But you better snap back. Let me tell you something. I sit here and cry sometimes. Yes, I think about my mama. But guess what I think about? It's for the glory of God. Come on, somebody. It is for the glory of God. It's for the glory of God. God gets the glory out of the story. That's how you got to look at grief. You got to take it. You got to say no more. I ain't finna, listen, I know they left my life. I know they died. And I know they went on. But baby, I'm not going to stop living. Some of y'all ain't even started living. Some of you still just existed. Quit existing and start living. Start living for the Lord. Let me tell you something. When I was out there in the world, I wasn't living. I was just existing. I was just out there doing everything. Running here from north, east, south, and west. Ain't have no direction. Ain't know where I was going. Ain't know who I was. Didn't care what I was doing. I was just existing. But when I got over here on this side, when I got a relationship with God, that's when I start living. And it's time to live. Live. You shall live and not die. Live. Live in this season. Don't give up. Don't throw in the towel. They're like you throwing in that towel. God gonna do it. Throw it back. Get that towel. We got a long way to go. Get up. Get up. Get up. Get up. Get up. Get up. We gotta go. Don't sit there and cry. It's all right to cry sometimes. Because what I learned is weeping may endure for a night, but joy come in the morning. But then I also read in Psalm 126:5, baby, those that sow tears, you gonna reap joy. So if you done sowed all them tears, God know every tear that you done cried. Baby, he finna turn it into joy. It's finna be your joy. Your night finna come day. He say, weeping may endure for a night. That mean, okay, you done weep in your season. But when you going into your joy season, see, it's all up to you to go into your season of joyness. It's up to you to get up. It's up to you to dust yourself off again. It's up to you to get up, get this word, get your relationship with God, and let God restore you. Let me tell you something. It's up to you to get a renewed mindset. It's up to you to turn this thing around. The ball is in your hand. It's in your corner. God waiting on you. What you waiting on? Yeah, let me tell you something. Yeah, it's gonna be some days you gonna think about them. Yeah, it's gonna be some days you gonna cry. Yeah, it's gonna be some holidays that's gonna be harder than other. But every year, y'all, it get better and better. For me, it get better and better because I know it's all for the glory of God. It's all for His glory. If you do this one thing, let me tell you something. If you put God in the depths of your heart, baby, if you just let it be you and God, just let it be you and God. One thing I know, God gonna heal you. He gonna renew you. He gonna restore you. He gonna make you better than ever. And you know what else He gonna do? He gonna teach you how to love people. He gonna heal you the correct way. See, I understand why I had to go through that phase. I was losing my mama. I understand that I had to lose my auntie and my grandma. It was all for the glory of God, baby. I wouldn't trade it for nothing in the world because this creature right here that you see, I would have never guessed in a million years. I would have never thought of in a million years I could become this woman that I am today. But if God did it for me, He can do it for you. He can do it for you. The question is, what you waiting on? What you waiting on? How bad do you want it? How bad do you want to come up out that road? How bad do you want to stop crying every day? How bad do you want to stop hurting every day? How bad do you want to just stop? You just laying there in the bed, because this is stuff that I did. Laying there in the bed, not combing my hair, just laying there, not doing nothing, just crying, turning over in the bed, crying. Looking for people to heal me when people can't do. Ooh, come on. Looking for people to do something that only God can do. Because people can't heal you. And when they do a little bit and they snatch it back. They got to talk about what they done did for you. Yeah, I went over there and gave her a plate. And I fed her for 2 weeks and she's still laying in the bed. I went over there getting her out the bed to help her get a bath. Girl, she a mess. And she this. And she that. You got to heal about it. But see, if you let God do it, you ain't got to heal no more about it. It's just you and God. If you be real with Him, if you go to Him and tell Him how angry you are, say, God, I'm mad with you. Why you let them folk left my life? Father, you supposed to protect them. You supposed to protect us. God, why you let them left me? I'm dying here by myself. I can't do this by myself. Why? I don't know nothing about being no mama. I ain't but 21, 22 years old, God. Why you let my mama left here? I ain't really even lived yet, God. Why you do this to me? Go to Him just like that. I'm telling you, go to Him just like that. But baby, I won't trade it for nothing in the world. He'll take you on a journey. He'll show you some stuff. And then you going to tell Him how sorry you are. You going to cry to Him like a baby, because I cry to God like a baby. Now, I thought I cried with my mama. It ain't nothing when I cry with God. It's a different kind of cry when I cry with Him. Because He embraced me with so much love. And it's like I just feel Him all over me. And it's like a feeling I can't even describe it sometimes. It feels so good. And how much He loved me. And how much He done did for me. And how He still taking care of me. Knowing that the fact that He can get rid of me at any time. Knowing that the fact that He can take the breath up out my body. Knowing that the fact that anytime He can cause me to sit down and not walk again. Knowing that at any moment of time that God can blind my eyesight, knowing at any point in time that He can take me away from Him, knowing at any point in time He can take my children away from here, but yet and still He see about me. Yet and still He see about me. Ooh, God, I thank You. Knowing at any point given at time, God could do just what He want to do, because He is God all by Himself. But guess what He do? He's still seeing about me, and He's still seeing about you. Even though you don't tell Him thank you. Even though you don't wave your hands to say glory be to God. Even if you don't never tell God, I love you. Father, I bless you. Father, I thank you. Father, you are the love of my life. You are the reason that I live and breathe. Father, you are the reason that I'm here. You are the reason, Father God. It ain't got nothing to do with me. God, it is You. Savior, it is You. Lord, it is You. Even if you don't talk to Him like that. Even if you don't tell God, how can I have ever made it without you? See, you got to have those conversations like that to God. Let him know how much you love him. Let him know how much you appreciate him. Let him know how much you care about him. Tell him, Lord, without you, how could I have made it without you? I love that song by Tasha Cobbs, Without You. I cut that song on and I said, God, how could I have ever made it without you? I tell God all the time, God, let me tell you something. You already know. I can't be without you. My life without you, I'm nothing without you. I ain't nothing. God ain't nothing but dust without you. Okay, you the reason why I get to live. It's you. It ain't me. It's you. You got to tell him this, that. Tell him that. Tell him that every day. I tell him that all the time. I said, God, you know, I can't function without you. You my brain. you everything to me. God, you my everything. Go to him. I'm gonna tell you, you'll get just like that. But when you get like that, your life get better. You get better. You get renewed and restored. I didn't mean to hold y'all on here long, but I just want to encourage somebody. Let them know that what are you gonna do? Are you gonna let grief make you? Or you gonna let grief break you? Okay? I love you guys so much. I love you guys so much. But like I said, please don't forget to join us on October the 3rd, if you can, in Colquitt, Georgia, at the LAPD Center. I'm gonna put the description, the details in the description of this video. Also, if you want to renew your mindset, listen. Now, my course is on sale. It's on it's on my website. You can go to mindsetchange21.com. I want to thank all my lovely queens that's in our mentorship program. Listen, y'all, we had a good time last night. Let me tell you something. Coach Ty, man, God used her in that thing. You hear me? When I say Holy Spirit was moving, he was moving. He used her in that, and y'all, it was so awesome. I want to thank each and every one of you queens that joined us. And let me tell you something. This is only the beginning. It don't do nothing but get better and better and better, get higher and higher and higher, okay? Unfortunately, the mentorship, I know some people like, I want to join. We have closed the mentorship down because we want to work with these group of women. We want to be focused on them. We want to get them in purpose. We want to push them into greatness. Because let me tell you something. Greatness created you, okay? Greatness created you. So guess what? You are greatness. And it is our job. It is my job. It is Tylee's job. We are committed. We are dedicated, okay, to pushing our queens to greatness. We are our sister's keeper. And we're going to push them into greatness. We want them to get into their purpose. We want them to do the podcast, the videos, whatever God done called them to do. Listen, we want them to go all in. We want them to just go on out there. And we want them to do way more than we could ever do. Because that's our job as our sister's keeper. But we will be doing another mentorship soon. But hey, just be on the lookout for it. Be on the lookout on my YouTube, on my website. We will do another one. But I just want to thank my queens. Thank y'all so much for joining us. Thank y'all. I'm forever grateful. Okay? I love you guys so much. Y'all have a blessed, safe, wonderful day. This has been your girl, Coach Candace B, and I'm signing off. You guys take care.